Hey, I'm Sheila, and this is my partner Michael. We're at the end of a month-long European bike tour. We're just a couple days ride from our flight out of our final destination, Barcelona. That is, if mechanical issues and tough hike-a-bike trails don't completely derail our plans. After a much-needed café con leche, we make our way out of town and onto some quiet paths out of the Pyrenees. As sad as we are to leave the mountains behind, we're looking forward to exploring Barcelona. Unfortunately, it would seem this trip has been too free of mechanical issues, and the universe is ready to balance the scales. I've been hearing some kind of weird, that seems pretty repetitive and like it's coming from the back, so it feels like maybe something's hitting my rear wheel in like a repetitive motion. So just gonna try to see what's going on there. First, we take off the bags and try spinning the wheel and test riding the bike to see if it is simply something from the bags catching on the spokes. In my experience, I found the simplest answer is often the solution, but not this time. So we check the rotors, check the axle, check the spokes, the rim, the tire. But other than a small wobble in the wheel that isn't big enough to cause the tire to hit the frame, nothing seems to be causing the sound.
Bags on it.
Well, that was some serious thunder. With a storm looming closer and no solution in sight, we decide to get back on the road and head towards the nearest bike shop. After working with bikes for a few years now, one of my biggest lessons has been to always listen to your bike to avoid making an issue worse. Unfortunately, getting some mechanical support isn't the easiest thing to do in the afternoon in Spain. We got to the bike shop. Unfortunately, as is common in Spain, they have like an afternoon break, which is lovely, but it means that they are closed until 5, so we're gonna continue on to the next town, which is about 10k away, and should have more bike shops. After a little more riding, we arrive in the town of Ripoll. But we're still a touch too early, so we cook up some dinner as we wait for the bike shop to open. When it does, the wonderful folks at Casa Villa identify that the wheel needs to be trued, and they get to work right away. We're confused at how that could be what's causing the sound, but joyful to hop back on the road. Until... oh, now I hear it. We just left the bike shop, and it's still making the sound. The mechanics take another look and shrewdly catch that the inner tire has delaminated from the tubeless sealant. Whoa!
Yeah, it's a
Claro.
Yeah.
Aquí no pasa,
Y sí.
pero aquí
Whoa! This has caused a lump to form on the outside that was hitting the road, causing the odd sound. They get me set up with a new tire, and the next day, we're back on the road. For all those who are curious, no, this experience hasn't caused me to swear off tubeless altogether. I'll be trying out a different brand of tires, and we'll take it from there. It's a good thing we got my tires fixed up, because the tricky trails the Komoot app puts us on are not the easiest on our bodies or our bikes. Such is life when you make up your routes on the go. It's all part of the adventure. Eventually, the road gets easier, and we enjoy a sunny ride towards Barcelona. After fortifying with an entire tray of truffles, we make our way to our final camping night of the trip. In the morning, we shake the various plants and dirt that have accumulated out of the tent and make our way to Barcelona. Here we see the sights, celebrate with many treats and cocktails, and after a lengthy journey across town to find boxes, pack up our bikes for the journey home. Where will our bikes take us next? We can't wait to find out. A big thank you to all of my patrons who make videos like this one possible. If you want to support the channel and get the behind-the-scenes scoop and bike touring tips, consider joining me over on Patreon.